Hello, hello. I'm not late, you're late. I was ready to go, and then I realized I had to change all the stream information. So I clicked start streaming, and I was like, no, 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 wait. And then I immediately stopped it. So I'm sorry if you got a notification. Let's change this how to in the URL box here. We'll say paint a raven. How to paint a raven. We'll move it over. Make it a little more centered. Hello, can you please move? There we go. We'll lock that. We're painting a raven today. I thought I'd do some digital art. Just in the mood. I really enjoyed that black cat painting. So I thought I'd try another Medibang paint situation. And this time, I'm on my PC, not my iPad. Because I figured it'd be a little bit easier to stream. So I just downloaded Medibang Paint for desktop because on my old laptop, now I have a PC, like a desktop, but on my laptop, it just didn't run very well because there wasn't a lot of memory. And now it seems to be running fine, but I don't have like my mix brush and stuff, even though I'm signed into my account. So we'll see how this is gonna go. We'll see. So I'm on my XP pen situation, my XP pen Artist 12. And basically the same kind of screen as my iPad, except it's a little bit wider. So it's, how do I say it? So it's shorter but wider than my iPad. And most of the time, actually, I use this program in portrait. Yeah, see, I don't, how would I go about... like, these aren't mine. Is there a way I can get my mix brush on here? For the watercolor, it's mostly the default. It's my mix brush that I made custom. So yeah. While I figure that out, let's talk about what we're doing today. As you can see, we have a lovely reference image. I have the reference window open, plus I have a layer with the reference image on it. And I'll show you a little tip, a little trick for speeding up the painting process, if you like. You'll see what I mean in just a minute. Basically, it's like just making the outline. I feel like I've done some videos before where I've shown some of my process, where sometimes I'll like trace a bit of an outline, and I've tried to explain as best I could. This is what all professional artists do, because you know, sometimes people get upset when they're like, oh my god, you're tracing. It's not the same thing as like taking someone's artwork and then like completely tracing it. It's not the same. It's not going to look good if you don't know how to draw. So I'm hoping to explain that process a little bit, because especially I think for new artists or non-professional artists or people not familiar with art, tracing is like a big no-no. And like technically speaking, yeah, I guess it's tracing, but it's not copying or stealing. And it just speeds up the process a little bit, especially if you're doing something like a pet portrait where you really want a good resemblance and you don't want to spend 10 years drawing and erasing. So yeah, I'll show you how I do that in just a little bit. But I'm trying to see if I can get onto Medibang Paint on my iPad. I have my iPad here on my lap. Trying to see if perhaps I would be able... Ooh, it says now printing? It's showing because I made a new like cloud save for this raven. And it's showing an icon on the iPad. Interesting. Is there a way for me to like go to my brushes, open up my brushes, take my mix brush, and like upload it to the cloud. I don't see a way to do that here. So it's, maybe I'll just have to remake it and hope that it looks the same. So I'll show you how I do that here. I'll make this a little wider. So I'm in my brushes here. I'm gonna take watercolor, I think soft. We'll do watercolor soft. We'll do this. Is there a way for me? I want a relatively soft edge. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Let me duplicate this. How do I duplicate this? Or add brush, add brush, add brush, duplicate brush. There we go. Where did it duplicate to? This one. Okay, we'll drag this up. I'm gonna drag it all the way to the top, just so it's easily accessible. And then I want to drag the other one as well. I think this is what I was using, but I want watercolor soft. There we go. Okay, so we'll change this one to the mix brush. We'll name it Mix. Type watercolor, and I'm just trying to copy what I have on my iPad here. So let's see, size, max, actually it's 500 on here, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Minimum width is 13%, so it doesn't go too small. We have size by pressure on, opacity by pressure on, soft edge on. Ease of mixing colors is what it says on the iPad, but this seems different. Oh no. There's no load color option. It's supposed to be 0. How do I change that then? How do I change? What? I just got this from the website. Why is it saying it's not the... Why? This is the latest version. Oh, don't make me restart it. I just got this from the website. Also, how do I change this then? Color mixing. Does anyone know how to do this on desktop? Color mix. Oh, here it is. Ease of mixing colors? No. I'm assuming that's the same thing. But yeah, complement? I don't... Oh, it's because I had the window open. I don't know what complement means. We're gonna try it out. That's still... That's like gray though. Okay, maybe that's what it means. Yeah, it must have to do with the color. But I want 0 color load. Let me do a quick Google. Load color, how to change load color setting. How to change load color brush setting, Medibang, paint, PC. Open the brush tool, select brush from palette, click setting icon to open. No, it's not on here. So, what the heck? This is the latest. I just got this from the website. You are actually lying? I think you're lying. Oh no. Maybe it's a different watercolor brush that has that setting. Let me check. No? No. No. It's definitely not, it's not opacity. Load, color, setting, not appearing on MIDI, bang, boot, PC. It's not a black and white layer, so I don't understand. Google's like, you're probably on a 1-bit or 8-bit layer, but I'm not. Definitely not. Nope. Okay, let's try this. Window, color. Okay, that was showing. And then what? I think Google is misunderstanding what I mean here. Can I change the settings? This is a brush setting. It is not. That is absolutely rude. Well, for the cat, I didn't really use the mixed brush, so hopefully I won't need it. That's what we'll use today. Though I do want to make sure opacity is not changed. There we go. Wait. That doesn't look right. Okay, that looks better. Okay. Yep. Don't know what else to do. So we're not using the mix brush. Alright. Let's get into this. Maybe I'll go ahead and take a screenshot here. Let's see. So I can do a better thumbnail. Dang it, that's not what I want to do. Stop it, go away. It's like doing pop-ups, so I can't take a screenshot. Let's do it in Mighty Bang. I was gonna open Fire Alpaca, but see, this is what happens. This is not what I wanted to do. I can close this too. No, I want the snipping tool. And no pop-ups. Thank you. Hello? Will you let me select an area? No? Okay, I guess it's making me crop it like in the snipper program. Rude. Okay. That is good. Save, please. And then we're gonna change the, oh! I closed chat. Hello, chat? Oh, hello! Welcome, welcome. I'm trying to figure out this whole Medibang Paint on PC, because I'm used to using it on my iPad. My old PC couldn't run it. I'm trying to change this thumbnail as well. Load, load. Okay. And we want a Screenshot. Crop. Update. Yeah, well, these streams never go smoothly in the first, like, half hour. Yes, I tried ESO last Friday, and we're gonna play again this Friday. That is the plan. Okay, I think YouTube's gonna make me change it directly, because it doesn't like to listen. Oh no, it changed it. Okay, good. It was fun. A little bit confusing. Of course. I mean, learning any new game is confusing, I think. But it was like not as intuitive. Like following the instructions for different quests, you have to like do the exact like right thing for it to like change the marker on the map or whatever. And so I got lost a lot, but I think I'm getting the hang of it. I feel like compared to like Skyrim might be a little more hand-holdy. So it's fine. I'm getting used to it. Alright, I think I'm ready to start. So I usually go with a color like this sort of blue color. Unless what I'm painting is blue. And then I think I'll take the pen. I want to zoom in. And I'm just gonna do a little beep so I know where the people is. Maybe like this so I know. This is not drawing where it's drawing like higher than I'm drawing. Maybe like that. Maybe like that to know how wide the eye is. I can't talk today, oh my god. Just do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Boop boop. Oh yeah, no, I mean in terms of like completing a quest. Like the quest markers, I think are like sometimes it's like, oh, I have to talk to this person. I just kept like not knowing what the step was, and then the marker was not where like in a place that was helpful to me. So I kept getting lost. I was like, wait, what do I do next? It could be that the text, I don't know. I just feel like Skyrim is more instructional. Like, it expects you to be a little bit more dumb, maybe. Okay, so I explained before that I was gonna kind of show how to do, like, speed up the process by doing, like, little outlines. I'll just do a little bit. Personally, I think even if I were to do, like, the whole thing, I still have to know how to draw to make it look good, so. But this time I think I'm going to do just like a little marks just to know. Because I don't need to make it exactly the same as the reference image. So I'm just like, I just want to know how wide I need it, where the important curves are. Like, I probably do need to do that. But like here, okay, that's how wide the wing is. But whatever. And that's what I end up with. And then we're gonna try to zoom in here. How do I zoom? Like so? Can you not do that in Elder Scrolls Online? Like, you can't kill a... And you know what? Maybe I will show you. I want to prove a point. Because I think so many people hear tracing and they're like, oh my god, traced. When, like, Mr. Da Vinci was using special eyeglasses, you know? So, like, yeah, sure, do a little bit. It's not cheating, it's literally just making the process faster. You don't know how to draw, it's still not going to look good. So that kind of thing, that's what I mean. When I do, like, pet portraits on canvas, I'll take carbon paper and I'll print out the picture that the owner gave me. And I'll kind of, like, go around the outside I don't think I want much of the background. Okay. I mean, by hand-holding, I mean, like, I know what to do. I know what the next step is. Doesn't mean it'll be easy, but I know where to go or what to do. Even if it's, like, search for something and it doesn't exactly give you, like, an arrow pointing to something. There. Wow, beautiful. Finished piece. I'm not trying. No, I'm doing the opposite. I'm saying he used tools to make his process easier. We can use tools to make our process easier. Because people hear, like, oh my god, tracing, when someone's doing, like, a really basic outline like this just to speed up the process. But I've seen so many professional artists, like, this is literally, they do something like this and then they get to, like, the real drawing and rendering and stuff. That's all I mean. If he's legitimate, then we're legitimate for doing something like this. Other people use them too, though. He was the only one. But yeah, he was a good inventor. I'm not saying he's not. I'm saying maybe I don't want to bring up the navigator just because it takes up more space on the screen, but I might have to. Just so I can do this. Because I don't want to have to keep doing this. So used to the iPad now on this program that I'm like, I want to drag it, but I can't because I'm on my XP pen. And also, I do very minimal sketching when I paint anyway. Because I know most of it's going to be covered up. I like to do everything on, like, one layer. I don't even like to, like, separate the sketch. I just cover up the sketch. That's the beauty of opaque mediums. Yeah, he was a jack of all trades. A genius of everything. They usually say, isn't the saying jack of all trades, master of none? He was a master of, like, everything. That needs to be thinner. Also, beep. Okay. Okay, I see. Thinner on this side. See, this is good. These are good things you can do to make your life easier. Yeah, he was good at everything. I can't, like, tell if that's the shadow or another toe. I'm gonna go like that. Because it is standing on a piece of wood. Yeah, I can't tell. LOL Da Vinci? Yeah, we love our famous old people around here. I think, there's a lot of time between Abraham Lincoln and Leonardo da Vinci. But they're both very influential historical figures. I would not do a raven cut in half. Maybe I would, I don't know. But I'd feel really bad, honestly. Just take my medicine. He was friends with Machiavelli. Well, running around like Rick and Morty. This is Chris on YouTube, by the way, I'm talking to. Sorry if you don't... I can't show YouTube chat. I feel like I always have to explain that, but I cannot show YouTube chat. I get in big trouble on Twitch. Oh, I see. This is like curved this way. Bring that up a little so I know what I'm doing. I mean, I usually like to start stream like with a rough sketch already. Oop, that was not what I wanted. That was not what I wanted. Undo. Wait. I see what I did. Cause like, I don't like to spend a lot of time on the sketch anyway, like I said. I prefer... Just trying to figure out like what is this tree or toe? Is this tree? I think that's toe. I think that's toe. I think that is the back toe. Alright, we're good. If Da Vinci was influential, sadly, his papers were discovered a lot after his death, so a lot of discoveries. He might have been like the crazy old man. Like, people were like, sure, buddy, whenever he like came up with something or like was trying to build a helicopter. I don't know, did he actually attempt the helicopter? I feel like I should do this. And then, what is, I need to see this better, hold on. Oh, I see. This is wood there. And then that like, okay, I see. It's like this. That is the talon. Oh, that looks weird. What do I do? How does that look so weird? That is what it looks like. It's just extra curved. Okay. Yay! Welcome, welcome! Like Tesla, Mark Twain, and Houdini, weird genius folks tend to congregate together. They say great minds think alike. I think that's the nice version of what you just said. Well, he designed a helicopter with a screw. I don't think he's actually tested his... Well, yeah, that's the thing. Did he actually test them out? Honestly, I think I should have just gone around the whole outline, because now this is looking kind of rough. It's always in the back of my mind, though. People are going to be like, traced! I'm like, this is not even... barely step one. But no, you can see some past videos of where I, like, did more of an outline. I don't know. I don't know. I just see a lot of artists, like, when you do pastel and stuff, you don't want to, like, mess up the paper. I'm not going to do every feather. That's not happening, but I do want to make sure I have some, like, beep, 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 just so I know. I always try to do sketches, like, as quickly as possible. I'm like, okay, let's get done so we can get to the fun part. This is all going to be covered anyway. That's why I wanted to use the navigator. And that's, like, right there. Okay. Let me see your eyeball. Is this a girl raven or a boy raven? I don't want to misgender them. Though I have a feeling ravens don't really care that much about gender. Okay. Also, he was definitely respected when he was alive. That's to a degree, yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, especially as an artist, for sure. Cult of genius. The legend far exceeds the reality. I don't know. It's also relative to like the time period. Like a lot of, it's easy for us to not think something so impressive, but like if it was new at that time, right, where no one else really, what's the word, spoke about it or threw out these ideas, especially controversial things like poor Copernicus, you know what I mean? Anyways, that is one way to do a sketch. Honestly, if you were to completely trace around the edge and the eyeball or whatever, and then do a painting from it, I would say you're legit. I don't think that's cheating at all. I don't think that's the part that requires skill. You know what I mean? Okay, actually, can we just, where's view? Release rotate, okay. He was basically following the scientific method we follow today without anyone teaching him, and I don't think it was... Exactly, that's the point. Like, if he hadn't done that, we wouldn't be doing what we do today. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is very similar to what I did with the cat, where if we see, like, color, that's what we'll start off with, and I'm going to do it on the same exact layer. I just want to zoom in more. Help me zoom in. Oh, yes. Okay, look at me learning my tablet years after I got it. Ugh. Okay. And then... I know a lot of people, a lot of art teachers and stuff say save the details for last. Yes, but reference points like this, like things you can use. Oh, I might want to put down the mixing a little bit for this one. Things you can use to like figure out, okay, if this is here, then this is here. Like a pupil, I think that's fine. I don't need to fully render it. I might just want to like put something a little lighter here. Just so I remember. It's kind of light there. Then I think that's useful. I am color picking for a lot of this, but I'm gonna end up changing a lot of the colors. But just to start out, wow, okay. This brush, that's what I thought. The minimum width was way too high. Okay. And this is mostly like bluish black anyway. So we'll see what colors we end up mixing. 100%. Ah, that's 100%. Looks small on this. Oh. I just got a notification from PayPal. I hope I have enough money in that account. There we go. Okay. So the eye is there. It does not need to look pretty. It does not need to look pretty right now. That is not the goal. We're going to use it as a reference point. So I do need to make it like the proper size, I think. Otherwise, if we're basing other things off of that, then it might be incorrect. Okay. I should have made this bigger. I thought this canvas is like... Oh, it's 2,000. I thought it was 3,000 by 3,000. Oops. It's fine. I'm not mad. I'm only a little mad. So what I'm gonna do is put like the darkest bits like that. Again, we're being super duper messy here. Because we're blocking out colors. And then we're gonna render on top of it. So this will not be the final color. Yeah, that brush is still not... What? Oh, I didn't click OK. That's why. Right? No, wait. Okay, that's better. That's better. I was like, why are you... Okay, that's better. I'm gonna have to make this bigger. I was wondering why it was so big without so much pressure. Oh, see? Green. We got green. Amazing. Would have never known that if I didn't color pick. But that's fine. We're gonna change the colors. I don't recommend fully color picking. I think we should... It's very important to learn color theory anyway, but... See, that's very blue-green. Yeah, I'd have to look very closely at some parts that we don't have in the photos, I think, to know if this was a boy or a girl, but and without context, like I don't know how big this raven is. So that's another thing. Sometimes you can tell from size. Okay. Let's see. This would be like here. I love how it's kind of bluey though. Bluey! I've never watched Bluey. I've only heard of Bluey. Okay, not like this part's like bleh. And this part's like bleh. I should turn up the mixing a bit. Well, you can sometimes tell if you prod. But yeah. Now usually you can tell by like size. And if they've laid an egg. Okay, and there's some darker bits. I'm just gonna like remind myself. Oh yeah, there's like that. This is looking very different from on the iPad. It's not blending like at all. Should I turn up color mixing more? This is very different. This is like so sharp. Why are you not blending? really not blending. Is this not the right watercolor brush? Maybe it's not. Ooh, okay. Good thing this is like the base. Okay. Oh! This one does have. Wait. No, it doesn't have load. Okay, okay. Maybe we'll use this one. Maybe we'll use this one. Round brush wet? Oh, I swear it was watercolor. Watercolor wet. Okay, I think it's watercolor wet. I think that's the one we wanted to do it with. We want soft edge. We'll keep opacity. Turn that way down. Okay, this is what we wanted. Oh, heck yeah. Look at that blending. I just want to start over. Okay, we'll kind of redo this. I don't want any harsh lines. It's alright. Again, we're just sort of mapping where the colors go, and then we'll go and render on top. Well, not looking with your eyeballs, no. Investigating. Maybe I should have said investigating. Okay, okay, we're looking like a bird. Go for the darker colors. See, this is where, when I have the mixing turned up, this is where I'm gonna change this quite a bit. 100% let's do. And then turn the mixing down. It's still really light. Why are you really light? Maybe we'll do that. Okay, that works better. I'm very like back and forth. I don't do like one spot and just like finish it. I like to go all over the place. This still, I'm really mad at how rough that was. I'm mad I was using the wrong brush. Be smooth. I gotta cover it all up. I gotta cover it all up. I gotta cover it. I was wondering why I was looking so weird. I mean, ravens are smart birds. They could figure out how to hire a lawyer. It's fine. We will use gender neutral pronouns pronouns for this bird. Or we could just decide. It's my painting. It doesn't have to be accurate to the reference, you know? What should we name this bird? And should this bird be a boy bird or a girl bird? Or a neither? I mean, that can happen. Or both. Right? You know, that can happen too. I saw something on, what is it, Bondi Vet? On, like, Facebook. There was a clip on Facebook of... See the purples? This is why I like the color picking, because you can, like, get colors that you wouldn't imagine. And then, like I said, I wouldn't recommend straight just going for it with the color picker without changing anything, but it helps you figure out maybe what, like, a baseline to start from. So I think it's a really good way to learn. This is still really rough looking, and I hate it. I want the soft edge, please. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I defiled you with a hard-edged brush. That sounds bad. I'm sorry I made you look terrible with my bad decisions. That's a bird so far. Okay, let's make this look a little bit. I wonder. No eraser, no eraser. I'll use the black. That looks better. I know it's like very stereotypical to name a raven something like Poe. Though that's part of the reason, honestly, that I was like, let's do a raven today. We were thinking about doing a bat. I could not find a good reference image that was royalty free. And even if I don't end up selling like stickers or something of the artwork, I would maybe in the future, like any artwork I produce, I would like to make sure I'm able to sell it if I want to. But even if I don't do that, since I could technically make money off of streams because I am affiliate, you know, it should be royalty free. And I couldn't find a good royalty free image of a bat that was like, I don't know, good, like good lighting, the pose was good. Okay, this is like messing me up here. This little part here. It's too much. It's like quite a stark difference. Okay, we got a bird. A little bit of this. I like how the feathers go like this way and then this way. I'm sorry, I don't know why I make those sound effects when I do swooshy lines. I like how it's like purpley though. What do we think? What's a good name? Penelope. So not Poe, but Penelope. I guess that's not very Halloweeny. What's a Halloweeny name? I don't know. Morgana? That's what someone suggested for... Wait, what were we doing? Was that the Skyrim Halloween mods, or was that for ESO? Because we're a mage in ESO as well. Someone said... mage is beginner friendly. Okay, we got this so far. I don't know, man. We just gotta get color down. We gotta get color down so we kind of know what we're doing. We don't need to get into it. Like something I struggle with is getting too into one area and then my brush keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller. I need to just go for it. Like get down the bigger shapes first. I kind of want to do like with the black cat. I want to do how do I zoom out of the oh here. Like lay down the dark first and then do the light on top. No, you're not allowed actually. You're still not allowed. Even if it's not an exact copy. I do know that for a fact. Yeah, you should never, even if you're using it as a reference for, I mean, if someone's like referencing one cat ear, does that really matter? Maybe not. Oh, this though, like I want to know where things stop and start, so maybe I do need to do some lighter colors. Too late. Just get some things down. Just do it. Just do it. Stop thinking about it. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Okay, this goes a little bit more like that. Ravens are... what's the word? bit huskier than crows. They're not that muscular in the neck. Maybe some of them are. I don't... See, every time it's a different color. Which is fine. I like finding these cool colors, but it has to be cohesive. Here. Here. Maybe I should use a bigger brush now. Do you feel like it should just be darker? Then I'm gonna lose my sketch. Let's just do it. Because it was really... It was a good experience painting the black cat. Where, like, it felt like I was... I mentioned it in the video, which is up, by the way. Like, usually it feels like you're carving something out, you know? Like, if you're starting with something light and then adding dark. But then when you start with dark and add light, it feels like you're sort of just building on top of it, which I think is really cool. So I might just, like, straight up do this kind of nonsense. And then we'll build up from there. Yes, I'm covering my whole sketch. That's fine. If I am really, really struggling, you know what? This is digital art. We have the tools accessible to us to do something like that. And like, where does the wing start? Ah, and then I can make a mark with a lighter color. Already, I think it looks better than what I was trying to do. These like tail feathers, I want them nice and long because I know compared to crows, ravens have pointier tails. Careful about this part. Okay. Yeah, the feet are pretty dark too. So I think I'm gonna do the same thing. It's just the toes I am afraid of losing, actually. So I'll do the darkest parts for sure. Like so. I think it's chicken and like this kind of looks like very similar to a chicken thigh. That makes me remember birds are dinosaurs. And they look like dinosaur thighs, don't they? Just with some feathers on top. Which now we know a lot of dinosaurs had feathers or proto feathers, whatever you want to call them. How did it let me do that? It told me I had too many tags, so I deleted one. Why? Wait, then what did I not have to delete? Spooky? I'll put Spooky back. Not Pookie, Spooky. Thank you for letting me know. How most places are like, yeah, it is 10 tags, but I went to put in drawing and it said you can't have that many tags, and I was like, oh really? And so I deleted Spooky. I didn't realize it was because Halloween was on there twice. YouTube doesn't let you do that. Like, you can't, it won't let you do the same one 2 times. Okay, that I think is alright. Now we'll do a little bit of this. It's like completely different colors. Okay, that is acceptable. That is basically the same color, kind of. Okay, what do we want? We want, like, this kind of color. Next time do Halloween 10 times? Maybe. It's just that kind of stream. It's a spooky, spooky stream. We're in the Halloween mood. That was not at all what I wanted. That's better. I'm not gonna do every little feather, but you know, we're gonna give the illusion that he has feathers. She has feathers? We need a name. They have feathers? It has feathers. I hope this is where the wing is. This is what I mean by I hate doing sketches. Like, my sketches are like the most basic possible because I just cover them up. They never survive. Alright. Let's see. Try to do some of these feathers. Carve them out, right? I like how that's kind of long. And get like a darker color in between. It's the illusion of feathers. Okay, that's too late. No, it's too stark. That's too light. Okay, okay. Just always trying to figure out which section do I do next. I don't want to, again, I don't want to get caught up in one section for too long. I do like how it's kind of coming out purple sometimes, though. Okay, maybe I should zoom out. Like, that's still dark. That's like... kind of this situation. I'm just winging it, if that wasn't obvious. Winging it. But I don't know what I'm doing. I see something, I choose a color, and on the tablet. That's all this is. We're just making... Oh, that was weird. Is that the color we want? I don't think so. We're making marks until it vaguely looks like the thing we want it to look like. This I'm not a fan of. This is like too stark. Maybe I should turn up the mixing now. So it looks a little softer. Okay. This feels very different from the cat. I think because there's a lot more light and the bird's feathers are a lot shinier than the cat's fur. It needs to be lighter for sure. I'm like vaguely seeing some shinier feathers here, and I'm probably gonna make it a little bit lighter than the reference just so it stands out more. Maybe I'll just put in some foot color. Just a little bit. Gotta zoom in. That's not as light as this, which is like white. A little bit. Okay, good enough for now. This is quite dark. Ooh. That is a toe? Yes. Yes, you are a toe. A shiny toe. Okay, we will properly render those later. That looks really weird though. I don't know. It still looks too thick. Oh, maybe it just needs to curve in more. Okay, that's kind of okay. But now, should we work on the head a little more? Now that we kind of have color everywhere. I don't think I'm gonna draw the nut. I think that's a nut, like a walnut or something. Eh? Just using my mouse, what the heck. Okay, something about the beak looks very different. You know what we should do? We need a color in the background so we can see what the heck we're doing. Let me make it darker. Okay. I'm choosing red, so because we don't really have any red tones. This is not what I... Oh, red layer. Thank you. Oh. Almost did the drop, or the bucket there. That is too blurry. The bigger the brush, the blurrier it is. Okay. I do want this. This looks a little darker on the edge. Makes it look like more 3D. I feel like this angle should be like our little friend has a bump of knowledge. That's what we used to call our dog's head shape. You know, she had like she was a black lab Akita mix, and we used to call it her bump of knowledge. It was just how her skull was shaped, but it We called it her bump of knowledge. It's where she stores the knowledge. Scientists will never tell you, but that's where ravens store their smarts. The bump of knowledge. I'm gonna start doing a little bit of texture, I think. I'm trying to do less saturated the darker it gets. See, I like that. It's a very scientific term. Scientists, though, they name, like, animals absolutely ridiculous things. You ever heard, like, half the dinosaur names? They're ridiculous. But in, like, the best way. I'm gonna turn down color mixing. I want that a little darker. I don't want to do, I want to do like a, they're tiny little feathers, like a kind of thing. Oh, see, you know what I mean? You get that texture, the tiny little feathers. I want to try color mixing, just make that a little lighter. So I still want it to blend. It's coming together. I can see it. It doesn't look like a giant blob anymore. Oh, it's gotta be darker. It's gotta be darker. It's too late. Too late. It's because the color mixing's turned up. Okay, yeah. I know. They are usually stupid just in Latin. Latin can be stupid too. Latin can be very stupid. In fact, things sound sometimes more stupid once you've realized how stupid they were and you just didn't know because they were in Latin. I don't know if I like what I just did here. It's a little too stark. The mixing should have been up more. It looks like anime pro instead of a real raven. Probably on my eyeball. It's fine. It's fine. Fix it later. Okay. This color needs to be up a little more because the color mixing is turned up to make sure there's like a smooth blend. I'm darkening it quite a bit because the color under is lighter, so to compensate, I'm making it a bit darker. I don't like that. I don't know why I did those little marks. Go away. Go away! Let's do a little more on the beak, and I want the color mixing really turned up. I'm probably gonna turn the brush up more too. It'd be a lot darker. I know, I need your help. Keep asking. What should we name it? What gender should it be? Should it have a gender? Is it a real raven? Or is it like a spirit? What are we thinking? This is your lore too. bring this out a little bit more. Kind of like that, a little softer. And the reference, I think, would be nice. Don't like that. Don't like that. Go away. Is there a theme? I guess Halloween. I like how you said it should be Halloweeny. I just can't think of, like, what's a good Halloweeny situation. Something that's not too overdone. I mean, Merlin would be cute. Imagine a little raven named Merlin. There's a guy, I hope he's still doing this. I saw him on Instagram once. His raven's name is Loki. It's not exactly Halloweeny, but I wouldn't mind naming this one after Loki. This needs to be blended out more. Too much, too much, too much. It's the whole opacity based on pressure thing that's throwing me off. Because it also controls the size. I'm trying not to make it too big. Okay, shoot. Maybe it's Corvus? Okay, so we're making it a pun. Why? Can you explain your reasoning? Oh, still on. Ah, still on eraser, still on eraser. We did talk about Latin, but is that actually like appropriate? Is it fitting? This is where I wish I had my mix brush. So I'm trying to just soften this. It's not getting soft. It's really like high contrast on my monitor. It looks very different on the tablet. Well, we could say its name is Corbin. Corbin the Corvid? Wait, was it? Yeah, that's what it is. Or I don't know. I do like an alliteration. Like Rocky the Raven. Renesmee the Raven. I was never a Twilight fan. I'm sorry to anyone who's a fan of Twilight. Not that I'm a hater. I just was never interested. Just not interested. I don't know how to... It looks like that very edge here is like super light. Produce the Raven? I guess so. Produce the Raven! I'm imagining that's like a summon. Like Lord of the Rings Online, I remember ages ago when I first played it, I could summon a raven. Produce the Raven! Oh, I like this better than like that bright purple, actually. I don't know, man. Gotta get this part good. It looks like hair. I mean, I don't know Latin, so I'd have to trust you. I could Google it, but I also nowadays don't really trust Google. Gemini was not telling me how to fix my brush settings. But also, language is made up. So we can say it means anything. Do we like that better? It's kind of a pigeon head. Oh, I don't want that big of a hump. I don't want too smooth though, because it looks like a pigeon. It's alright. So, this bird's name is Guitar, and according to my language that I made up, guitar means blackbird and friendly blackbird. You know? I'm kind of doing like the illusion. Turn up color mixing. Like a bigger brush. More so the illusion of feathers than actual feathers. What is here? This is just like void. Darkness. Well, that depends what you mean by meaning. The goal of language is communication. As long as someone understands what you're saying at some point, then you have used language. Maybe, perhaps, even if it's just you who understands. You know what I mean? So I'm doing like light bits, and then I'm taking like a slightly darker color and like doing it there so that just the very tips of the feathers look light. I'm liking how this looks when I do that. Color mixing is a lot higher than it was. I want this a little darker so we can layer top of it again. I know, I was gonna say, we're getting quite philosophical. Like, these art streams, man. First we're talking about human rights. Now, what is language? I'm an English teacher, so, like, I feel like since moving to Japan and teaching English with a lot of other people who speak different English from me, my idea of like what is correct has changed. And so it's basically like exactly what I said. The goal of language is communication. If there's a decent number of people who can understand you, you're doing it right. Even if there's some people who can't. Like, there are some dialects that are harder for me to understand than others. And then I'm sure sometimes the way I talk is like not easy for everyone to understand. You know what I mean? Why is that real? Is that real? Is it just a competition with whales? I guess that's different. That's a town versus a lake, but still. I do want to make sure I don't have any weird strokes, like when I go. I don't want it to look like that. So I turned the brush up, like the size up. And the blending. Cool. We got some feather texture. You're gonna verify. Thank you, I appreciate it. I mean, I don't trust Google anymore. I like how... Okay, is this boy or girl? We have to do it. I just need to say, I like how she's turning out. I like how he's turning out. I need to know. Ah. Charbunangan Gamaug. Cool. I feel as if this is still too light. You know what we could do? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Like that. And then smudge soft. Oh, that's huge. Oh, that's small. Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright, maybe make that a bit darker. And a bit darker. Okay, make it a lot darker. Okay. Though I do think this part actually needs to be lighter. Alright, that is acceptable. I think that needs to be darker though. It does. I don't want to like cover all the texture though. I don't like that. That's why I was like, okay, let's see. If we change this to multiply, it'll get really dark. Okay. Okay, and then we just add a bit more. Okay. I just don't want it to look like a balding man. It's still on smudge. What am I doing? Wait, add this. I was like, why isn't it getting darker? It's still on the smudge brush. There we go. Okay, that was too far. Okay. And then we go back to the smudge brush. That was still an eraser. Cool, cool. I need to figure out some shortcuts. Okay, what do we feel? Just don't want him to look like a balding man. That's alright. That's acceptable, right? I want it just a little more of a blend. The lake's name comes from the Algonquin language of the Nipmuc and is often said to mean fishing place at the boundaries, neutral meeting grounds. Cool. Well, he's not, or she's not. I don't know the gender here. She's not a balding man, right? Or he's not a balding man. It's a bird, not a man, and it's not balding. So, like, nothing against balding men. Just we're not currently painting a balding man. Okay. Liking this so far. I might not want to touch too much of this here. I do want to fix the eye a little bit just because it looks a bit messy. I'm scared. I want to give it some dimension, not like all one color. this needs... Okay, mixing is 100. Let's go. It's not mixing very much. I need my mix brush. I don't like using this smudge brush. It makes it really blurry. Okay, that's acceptable. Acceptable. Perchance, maybe. Possibly. Haven't decided yet. I'll decide later. I do want, like, a little bit of definition, though. Okay, that was bad. Were we using a different watercolor? Dang it. Okay, you... Go up here. Right, we were using this one, yeah. That's not doing what I wanted to do. Compliment 30? No. There we go. I know that doesn't look exactly the same as the reference. I want to bring out the eye a little bit more. And then there definitely is like a lighter bit here. I want it more red. Like the water line. Okay, no one's gonna notice that but me, but that's fine. Actually, we can make this a little lighter so it stands up a little bit more. Could I zoom in? Yes. Will I zoom in? No. Give him a little bit of that. Oh, coal eyeliner. Okay, maybe I will zoom in. Ah! Okay, does that look like a bird? A bird's eyeball? But it keeps drawing like above where I think it's gonna draw. Actually rude. Let's not get too stuck into it. Why do I have such a small brush? Promised we wouldn't do this. Alright. Okay. Alright, we got an eyeball. Oh, I still have all this nonsense to do. Not sure we're gonna have time to finish today. That is fine. I will finish it on my own time. And I will post the results. Let's save this before we experience disaster. But I also want to do save to the cloud so that I can work on this later. Okay, will it let me save to the cloud at... I click save. Okay, I don't know if that's saving to the cloud or to my computer, but whatever. Brush spacing. Oh well. That's fine. Alright. And color mixing, rotate. Let's do this. Oh! Okay, we got like... Oh, that's very purple. Let's do this darker color, right? It's like a greeny color. Then we do the lighter color on top. I don't know. Why is the neck so much easier? Color mixing. Need a bigger brush. That doesn't seem the same. Wait. Oh, that's round brush wet. No wonder it doesn't look the same. It's not watercolor wet. Or water... What? Didn't I? I thought I dragged up watercolor wet. That's what I want to do. What? Confusion? We'll use whatever looks better. This is blending a lot. I don't know what the heck happened. We're gonna try to finish by 3, same as last time. So it is currently 2:33. Not sure if this will get finished, and that's fine. I don't know if I'm digging this very much. I don't know. How do we feel? Firstly, I should move this. Because it's like kind of bumpy here, but I don't want it to look exactly the same. You know what I mean? I don't want it to look rough. Hmm. I'm not talking, I'm just like trying to figure out what I want to do. How I want to make these feathers look the way I want. Tis acceptable, maybe? This should probably be lighter still. Oh, it was too big. Trying to get that feather texture. Like, this should be like this for the most part. Then I could do like maybe a little bit of that. And then there's some slightly lighter bits actually down here. Let me make this even darker. I can layer the light on top. I already did it over here. I'm seeing more feathers kind of catching the light. This maybe should be darker. It's too light. Okay. Her name's Guitar, and it's a girl. I've decided. I don't know. How do you think she's doing? What are we feeling? Does she look like a bird? That's the ultimate goal, is to look like a bird. I feel like there's... yeah. That's what it is. Okay, okay, okay. Alright. When you turn down minimum width, it takes more pressure. Okay. Yes. Guitar means blackbird in my language. Guitar in my language is... it doesn't exist. because I have no need for the word guitar. Because I don't play guitar. So it's a borrowed word. Sometimes we borrow it from English. So yes, it can get a little bit confusing, but that's just how language is. I don't know if it has a name. Maybe we're not there yet. It's a relatively new language. No one has felt the need to name it yet. I wish my sister and I had a language. You always hear about some twins that had their own secret hidden language. We just spoke English to each other and sometimes Japanese, if necessary. One time we kind of dressed up as each other to see if we could trick our mom. Didn't work. She was just confused as to why Katie was wearing my hat. And my glasses. Now nowadays I don't even wear glasses. That must have been really weird for her. Only one eye had like a super high prescription. It was only for a minute though. Yes, Katie's my twin. I guess our language was not really having to vocalize things. I don't know now because she's so far away. But I feel like we didn't have to talk that much. Just kind of knew what the other wanted. Kind of looking at like, that kind of shape. It's kind of nice being in a rolly chair now. Another one like goes swivels in a circle. Let's save. My screen flickered and I don't know why. Sometimes that happens when I turn it on. I hope this tablet's okay. We didn't even really try to say anything. My mom just like came into the car. So I don't know how else we could have played that. She came into the car and was like, "What are you guys doing?" Yesterday was kind of nice though. Like I don't feel like I want to leave super early today for work, but it was kind of nice yesterday because I went to my morning job and instead of going home for lunch like I always do, I decided to go to Gusto, a restaurant. There's one near me. And I just stayed there and I got the drink bar. So I got some coffee, juice. I don't usually drink juice, but they had vegetable juice. And it was good. I like Gusto's vegetable juice. You can't see a lot of the texture on the side, but I'm gonna try to do just a little bit. Okay, what do we think? What if we take that away? Look like a bird? It looks very vibrant on my screen. Like, it's so different on my monitor. I mean, we were just sitting there, and then she looked in the rearview mirror, and she immediately noticed. So we probably just do look a little bit different to her. Can't tell if that shadow is, like, on the bird or behind the bird, but it would help it stand out a little bit, so maybe I should put it here. Let's do color mixing down. Too bright. I don't know, what do we think about her? Our little guitar. Guitar the Raven. We love guitar. So that's kind of like, in my language, it's kind of like calling her, like if it's a dog named Diogi. Or a dog named Dog, I guess, because guitar means blackbird. It stands out a little too much. She's not cut in half enough, dang it. Maybe that's next Artober stream. I don't want to cut her in half, what do you mean? I would feel too bad. Has anyone I mean, I'm sure someone dissected a raven before. Maybe if I cleaned up around the edges, it would, like, help me visualize it a bit better. Do I think... Is this the right brush for the eraser? It feels like... Yeah, it's too... Like, the eraser brush won't get softer? Doesn't this affect the eraser? Okay, whatever. I'll be careful. It would be very Halloween themed. Though you know how, like, supposedly animal shelters don't adopt out black cats around Halloween because people will do, like, rituals with them. It's a bit cruel to dissect her just because it's Halloween. It's these feet that are really, they need to be fixed. But I don't know if we have time today. It's already 2:51. Yikes. I'll clean her up and then we'll say that's good for the stream. And if I feel like she needs a little more something, maybe I can work on her later. But yeah, I'm not in a super big rush because I don't have to go shopping. I'll leave some of the blue there. It's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. It's whimsical. Yes, I could have done the sketch on a different layer and then I could have just hidden the layer or erased the layer. Yes. I know this, but it was my choice not to. Just feels more similar to traditional painting. Just do it on one layer. I suspect that the real reason is because people want black cats for their costumes and then dump them. Yeah, or like... I don't know. Yeah, I don't think that's 100% true. Though it could... I feel like it's more like... Maybe that does happen sometimes. There's some sort of animal cruelty involved. Of like, maybe young, reckless people doing things they shouldn't. But I don't know if it's necessarily for like occult things that people genuinely believe. Or like how lots of baby chicks and bunnies are adopted around Easter time and then people can't take care of them. I feel like you definitely should not give someone an animal as a gift unless you've explicitly talked about it before. Like talked about like if they were to get an animal at some point, like you don't have to ruin the surprise, but if they were to get an animal at some point, what would they want? Would they want it? Would they be able to take care of it? What would they do when they were at work or school? Like, there was this one video, this was hilarious, but I'm assuming it turned out well. It was like their anniversary or something, and this, I forget which one was filming, but there was a husband and a wife, and one of them decided to film them gifting the other a dog for like their anniversary or something. And they thought they had made a mistake because the look on their partner's face was like their reaction was not what they expected. And then they're like, wait, hold on. And then they went out and they grabbed a dog. They had also decided to gift their partner a dog, so they gifted them dogs at the same time, like gifted each other dogs. And I'm assuming they all lived happily ever after, because both of them were expecting to have at least one dog. And hopefully two didn't, you know, cause them any trouble. But they were both puppies. I'm assuming, at least initially, they were not, like, aggressive with each other, which is a risk of adopting two dogs at the same time. Or really just having two dogs in general. That kind of thing is also a reason why people give up pets. Which, to a degree, you know, if two animals don't get along, then yeah, it's not a good idea to keep them together. Okay, it is 2:54. Should we do... It's double the dog. But, like, who knows if that, you know, if they already were prepared for one dog, maybe they wouldn't have trouble with two. So when I do paintings, like digital paintings or really anything, what I like to do is like take colors from... Ignore the feet. They're Grinch feet, it's fine. We don't have time to render them now. Actually, I should do a thumbnail. Probably zoom in a bit. I feel like I could make this better. I know I could, but I don't have time. Okay, that's not... Oh, it's eraser. It's like, why isn't it doing anything? Make that brighter. A little bit of that. Maybe even like that. I don't know. I don't know, man. I want the crow to look alive. I want, like... more yellow. More dimension. This is what I mean by, like, when you color pick, it can look really flat. Let's do no colors. some color mixing. So, like a little bit more like that. Okay, maybe I'll take a screenshot here. Please allow me to select an area. Yes, now it's letting me select. Oh, it's recording. Okay, never mind. I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, try again. Try print screen again. This is a new PC. Not used to this. It did the whole thing again, I think. Yep. Hey, look, it's you. Now, how can I'm used to Fire Alpaca. Okay, this is very similar. We'll do that. That's fine, right? Raven, guitar, cool. Okay, that's our thumbnail. Let's see, we can go and change it actually. This is hard because usually this tablet is to the left of my monitor, so I'm trying to take my mouse between monitors and I'm like, oh, which direction do I go in? Okay, Raven guitar. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. Here it is. I am an English teacher. Yes, I have to sing ABC sometimes. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We sing a lot of ABCs in my classes, to be fair. Okay. So I like to take basically colors from the background. Also, we should probably crop this a little bit. Listen, you're telling me you don't have to do ABC sometimes? Because I would not believe you. Is that an acceptable shape, dimensions? I could have done something standard like A4 size or something. Maybe I should. Width is 2,000. What, like 1,500? Yeah, that's a little bit better, right? Okay. So we're taking just sort of things from the background, right? So like it's a little darker up here. It's woody. It's a little lighter in the foreground. A bit of that. A little bit of that. A little bit of that. It's a little too dark. Okay, and then, I mean, normally I'd use my mix brush, but I guess I'm using this smudge brush. Doing big old smudgies. Uh-oh. We have background showing through. That's what I don't like about the smudge brush. It doesn't deposit any color. Back to this one. I mean, it doesn't really stand out enough, does it? Like, that would be good. in like the darkest spots so that it kind of... I don't know, man. What time is it? 3:02! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Put my brushes close together. Okay, and now I can really see this blue. I should delete this blue. I'm a little late. I'm not gonna be late for work though. Oh wait, what time is it? Wait a minute. Today's... Hold on, let me check something. Let me check my schedule. Let me check. Wait a minute. I think I'm okay. Also, why do I have 2 free lessons today? Excuse me, someone take my lessons. They have me coming in later today. I see what it is. Okay. Okay, so I suggested to my manager that one of the lessons I swapped off before my August vacation, I suggested to him that we swap it to the 8th. But he actually swapped it to the 15th. So I don't have to go in as early today. So I don't have to leave until like 4. To be fair, he did send me the form, so I was supposed to have known this. And it is actually in my calendar. I'm running early! Wait, so let me see. If my lesson starts at that time, I want to be there by like 4:40? Or like 4:30, but 4:40 is fine. So I'd have to leave by... Oh, arrive by 4:40. I'd have to leave by 4. We're good. We can spend a little bit more time. I don't want to... Really? Him? Her? I decided it was a girl. A girl named Guitar. Girl Raven named Guitar. I don't know, what do we think? Do we like this background? It's too blurry. That's what I don't like about the smudge brush. What? Oh, it's on eraser. I was like, what the heck? Maybe I'll try that one. It won't be so blurry. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much, because it's just the background. Yeah, I can fix the feet. Oh. Maybe color mixing all the way. But still, I wish you could turn off payload. And then that doesn't like blend in at all. Maybe I shouldn't use the soft smudge, but that's like kind of weird. It's still blurry. I want it looking painterly, not smudged. What do? Blur soft? I want it blurry. Airbrush is gonna be blurry, yeah. I don't understand why I can't turn down, like I don't, why are there more settings for brushes on the iPad version? Because if I turn color payload to 0, and it blends it out without adding stuff to it. Maybe if the smudge brush is smaller? Smart, no. I don't like it. I don't like it. Maybe we do just like a gray. Cute! I'll do a little... Maybe I can make a super blendy. Like blend it myself. We're mixing, we should turn up all the way, right? All the way mixed. Okay, that's more acceptable. Though I do still think, like, whoop, maybe darker down here. So it stands out a bit more. spend too much time on the background. I hate backgrounds. This is why I make stickers. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I say as I keep working on it. Okay, now we can try to render the feet a bit more. We should probably do this. Okay. Zoom in. Still like blue. This is the right, yeah, that's the right brush. I'm on the right layer. Maybe if I do flipping. Yeah, I can cover up that blue like that. My tablet's getting hot though. It was kind of hot from the beginning. I don't know if I should be concerned. Alright, thank you for joining. I appreciated the conversation. Have a good sleep. Wish I could head to bed. I could take a quick nap. Maybe I should. Maybe I should take a quick nap. But now that I know I can work on this more, I don't want to stop. Constant struggle. Trying to like show the texture of the feet without like doing it too much. What the heck? That's not the color I wanted. Okay. That is acceptable. I say as I continue. I just think this isn't dark enough. Okay. For this foot, I think I need to zoom in even more. is not the color I selected. Try mixing through that part right there. I can erase this because it's another layer. It's not going dark enough. Okay. Kind of want this to blend a little bit more. I can't see what's behind the grass, so I'm guessing a little bit. This is a very dark color. And this is erased a little funny. Maybe I'll have to go back on this layer. Back's starting to hurt. What is this layer? I don't remember making that layer. Oh. A little more like a talon. Not exactly the same shape, but that's okay. I think I messed up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. There are only 4 visible. No, there's... Oh. Wait. I think there's like supposed to be a gap there, but I don't want to make a gap there. Pretend it's a shadow. Just in a painting, a gap that small doesn't look very good. My back's really hurting. I keep sighing, I know, I'm sorry. Just every time I change position to relieve my back. Ugh. Compliment 30? I don't know when I changed into that. Okay, does that look a little better? Looks more like a foot. Now it looks like it should be standing on something, but it's not. I'm gonna go back in with this. Oh. Second layer. Make sure that blue sort of disappears. Okay. Now, does it not stand out enough? Oh, I kind of like the red. Oops. Kind of like how it's more red. What do we think? Brings out like the purple. I don't know. We could make it a little darker. Oh! I feel like that should be dark. I don't know. That looks weird. It would make sense if it was like a shadow. Yeah. That's alright. I could make this just a little bit better. A little bit smoother. Have some soft edges and some hard edges. Okay. Then in that corner, I can sign my name. It did work. A little better. That's it. Okay. Artober. Day. What is this? Day 3. This is our crow. Her name is Guitar. We're gonna save. Maybe save to the cloud. I guess. We'll do Raven. Finish, that's what we'll call him. You can't see the window, but I'm typing into the window. And this is our girl Raven, the crow. And I am now actually gonna get ready to go to work. So thank you everyone for watching. We'll see if anyone is streaming any art at the minute. And we can do a little bit of a raid, I think. I don't know how many people are left because I just said I was gonna leave. Let's say Artober. Is anyone streaming Artober? Not everyone uses the Artober hashtag or whatever. Nope. Maybe Inktober? Alright. Okay, I'll see you guys on Friday with some Elder